What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mean. Welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. Now this time we're reviewing One Piece chapter 658. So the kids, you know, them giant kids, they seem to be like in awe of Frankie. And they're like, oh, a robot stag or whatever. So because he got the beetle thing going on with his hair. He looks like a Beetleborg or something. And then the samurai head starts talking. That scares the kids and they start running. Now, there's other kids in there other than giants, but the giants is more prevalent. That's the first one you're going to see is the giant. And the kidnappers that kidnapped the Straw Hats in the first place, they come running in. So they trying to ask, the Straw Hats is pretty much trying to ask the kids some questions, see if they can get some questions out of them, some answers out of them or whatever. And the samurai dude, I can't remember what his name is, he still keeps talking. He's scaring the kids and whatnot. He won't shut up. Nami slapped the taste out of his mouth. Slapped the taste buds right out of his mouth. And he's like, man, I need to kill myself. He said, I can't let no woman hit me. You know what I'm saying? So the kids, they're begging, for help. They're like, please help. We're not sick anymore. Help us escape him. Yada, yada, yada. And yada, yada, yada. So that right there, that kind of triggers what's going on here. Remember, I'm thinking that's a kidnapping ring. Now this kind of triggers other thoughts of what this could be. Nami, she loves the kids. She decides to save them. Now, the Straw Hats are pirates. They saying, well, we don't know what's going on here, anything, so we're going to just try to leave or whatever. And Nami's like, no, I love the kids. I got to save them. She said, I can't just let them cry. Probably linked back to when she was a kid and how, what Arlong did and all that. Yada, yada. So she wants to save them. One of the guys goes ahead and tries to shoot, even with the kids in the way and whatnot. And Sanji makes it hot, and he kicks the guy on out the way and whatnot. Then the all-out battle ensues, between the Straw Hats and the kidnappers. Frankie still has the strong right attack. His arm dislinks and all that kind of stuff. It's almost like it's that the chain's different. It's like a modified version. The kids go crazy. I was like, oh. So that was like a little nostalgic too. Because he still got that. I'm thinking he probably got weapons left too. Sanji sees what Nami's doing. He's like, okay, I'm falling in love all over again. That was just funny. And the samurai seems like he's having a second opinion. You see how they showed the look on his face? He's like, these guys are pirates or whatever, but they're helping. So he's probably having a second opinion about what he thinks about the Straw Hats. So that's more proof that he may become an ally. And I'm pretty sure he will, at least for a certain amount of time. So some of the guys with the suits on, they go investigate the cell that the Straw Hats escaped out of, and they're looking at it like, man, who could do this? There's only one guy who can make lasers like this. Well, actually two guys, Kizaru and Vegapunk. Vegapunk made those pacifists that can shoot those beams. They said, man, it looks just like that. So, yeah, that pretty much proved that this Vegapunk is behind it. I knew it off the bat. I knew it. The kidnappers also say that Smoke Dog is en route. Because they said his ship is out front. So he might meet up with the Straw Hats. Things come to a head right now. The harpy that was in the last one, I thought that was somebody's head put it on there. But it turns out that's a real harpy. And she seems to be working with the kidnappers. Because she has a Mushi on and she's sending like messages to them and whatnot. Relaying messages. And they talk about the 4 people or whatever. Which is Frankie and them. And what happened with Brook, they thought that Brook was dead. They took the Sunny to the snowy side of the island and just dropped him off, And Brook took care of the people, on the deck or whatnot and had a cup of tea. And he actually even has his logo on the mug. Luffy, this part had me laughing through the rest of it. Luffy is chilling with a real centaur, a leopard centaur. I was laughing so hard, man. And he's doing this while Brook and Usopp is talking to Brook, and Usopp is planning on what they're going to do. He's, whatnot. He's coming up with what they're going to do, trying to, survey the situation. And during this, the centaur figures out Luffy was fake. This reminds me of the episode of Malcolm in the Middle, where the brother was I think it was the brother or whatever, one of them was in the wheelchair and he was faking like he was crippled and whatnot, and they found out he wasn't crippled and they got mad and they went to attack him and whatnot. That's what happened with Luffy. He's like, you pretend to be one of us, blah, 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 bring shame with us, something like that, and Luffy has to fight the guy. here comes another centaur, you know, to protect the other centaur. And the centaur is the new one is a giraffe. And they're like, wait, hold on, aren't centaurs supposed to be horses? I'm laughing so hard because Luffy just standing there with the legs, talking about my hind legs. Oh my God. Luffy is ridiculous right now. I was laughing hard. Which called Robin took down the giraffe one. The giraffe so big she had to keep making extra arms to get up there to get him. But yeah, that part had me laughing the whole time. So Usopp goes in and he takes charge, starts working out the plans of what they're gonna do. So he's getting ready to they're getting ready to go to the snowy side of the island so they can get the ship, take care of whoever's over there, get out or whatever they got to do. They got to get to the snowy side of the island. But Robinson is like, pretty much, we ain't got no clothes for that kind of, you know, that wasn't. This is going to prove what you know what those 2 years of training did. So we cut to Smoke Dog, right? And he's talking about what happened with the island. He says that Vegapunk messed up the island and it became a wasteland. So when Vegapunk messed up the island, it was like gas leaking everywhere. Bing! Remember what the kid said, we're not sick no more? Maybe that had something to do with Vegapunk leaking, you know, what you call them, gas all around the island. Maybe that's why some of the kids weren't giants. Maybe that gas made them big and they're not natural giants. And then he also said, oh man, one of the most exciting things in the chapter. That spot, you know, they said that the gas had dissipated, you know, almost all the gas dissipated by 2 years ago. Akainu and Akiji, that's where they fought. And their fight was so dramatic it changed the island. Now remember, the islands on the Grand Line, they said that they tend to stay the same because they got some kind of magnetic field, whatever. All this different. They explained it. So I guess when they fought, it changed the makeup of the island. And remember, the islands hold that makeup. So when Akiji froze the island and Akainu burned the island, it stayed the same. Their fight was so huge, it changed the weather completely on the island. I was like, word? Serious? So the island's been like that for 2 years because of Akainu and Akiji. I was like, word? This chapter was awesome. It was better than the last one. We found out what happened to the island. You know, suspense is being built up. And all these different things come to a head. Everybody's getting ready to go to that snowy side of the island. Brook is already over there. Usopp and the gang is getting ready to go over there. What you call them? Smoker, I think, is already over there. So he probably sees the Sunny and he's like, okay, the Straw Hats getting ready to come. You know? And then the other four missing Straw Hats, you know, Nami and them, they probably going to make it over there. And they're saving some kids. I mean, I got to figure out what they're going to do with these giant kids. And I'm thinking that gas is what did it. So, yeah, this chapter was good. Another thing is, Vegapunk is involved. And the kidnappers seem to know about him. I'm thinking that those kidnappers are actually working with the world government. They may be working with the world government. Another thing is, the kids say we're not sick no more. Vegapunk was doing these experiments on this island, messed up the island. And I think that those people that was on the island, those kids, those are the people that was from the island and they got messed up, you know, from what Vegapunk was doing on there. And I think Vegapunk is also responsible for the Centaur and the Harpies. And he may be responsible for the dragon. But the dragon probably came there because it's warm weather and it's a fire-breathing dragon. You know, Ignil probably didn't like a cold island, so the Ignil moved to a hot place or whatever. But Vegapunk, remember when Frankie was on Vegapunk's old island, that Winter Snow Island, whatever, they revealed that he was doing experiments as a kid on cells and whatnot. He was mutating these animals and stuff like that. So he probably by now graduated to mixing humans with animals. I mean, we already know he's mixing devil fruits with items and stuff like that. So that's probably where those harpies and those centaurs came from. And I'm still laughing about what Luffy was doing. Luffy is crazy. So yeah, that's it for that chapter. I mean, this chapter was good. Everything's come to a head. The plot is moving much better than the last chapter. The last chapter was just okay, but this chapter was good. We got some information about what was going on that island. Now stuff is starting to build up. Good chapter. All right, go ahead and leave your chapters. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and rate the video and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.